Little disclaimer, I don't own any of the animations used in this video, and a list of all the animators is in the description. Please make sure to check them out and show them lots of love. Anyway, let's get started. So, our story starts at the end of a campaign. The players have finally reached their enemy's castle and are ending all of their character arcs, which has taken 12 years of in-game time and 2 years of out-of-game time. The DM has had the players decide what they're going to do with the BBEG's child, because the gods tell them that he'll grow up and kill them. But Odysseus is a bit conflicted about what to do. Paramedes' player thinks that they should just kill it and be done with it. And after a bunch of arguing, Odysseus' player just flips a coin and Anyway, at this point, the campaign is pretty much over. The DM is going over epilogues for the characters' stories, and when we get to Odysseus, he says that he just wants his character to go home. The DM says that they could probably play that journey out in one more session, and Odysseus' player agrees. What he doesn't know is that the DM doesn't want the campaign to end just yet. They've been having so much fun playing with this party, especially Odysseus' player, who is always catching their references, helping with rules, bringing snacks, looking cute, and they think that one more session couldn't hurt. So, when the next session rolls around, it's just the two of them, and Odysseus is wasting no time. He is on a mission to get home and is not letting anything stop him. Of course, the DM doesn't want the session to end too quickly, so they find a way to divert his path. Your ships are out of food, so you'll have to go to that suspicious island to gather some. Can't we just fish for food? Nuh-uh. Fine. So, Odysseus goes to the island in search of food and supplies. The DM has an NPC named Pilates. Polites joined him with the sole purpose of derailing and slowing Odysseus down. Because if the players don't make any mistakes, the DMPCs sure can. They run into the Lotus Eaters, who offer some lotus to the two of them, but Odysseus succeeds his survival check to remember what the fruits do. The DM decides to have Polites be useful and point him in the direction of food. Totally not another plot to keep them playing longer. At this point, I should probably mention that Odysseus is a Pact of the Celestial Warlock, with Athena as his patron, who is very strict to say the least. Him being a charisma class just seems to fit for him because he does a lot of talking, and he's a warrior of the mind and all that. Back to the main story though. Odysseus gathers some of his crew to go investigate this cave with a bunch of sheep in it, with his favorite NPC Eurylochus, and the DM makes him bring Polites as well. Odysseus is suspicious of the whole situation, but it's getting late, and he just wants to get this session over with at this point. So he kills a couple sheep, and the DM drops a demon cyclops on the table, which they had been saving for a party boss fight, but they never got around to it. The cyclops immediately grapples Odysseus, and since he doesn't really want to do combat right now, especially because he'd have to command all the NPCs he brought with him, he tries to defuse the situation with persuasion and deception checks. His charisma is like a +6 at this point, so he easily succeeds, as well as slipping some lotus in the wine he offers the cyclops, because okay DM, I only rolled a 15 on the sleight of hand check. Does the cyclops notice? No. Just when everything seems smoothed over, and he even used a fake name to keep the Cyclops in the dark, the DM has the Cyclops attack anyway, which gets Odysseus a bit upset because, like, what was the point of succeeding all those checks if the Cyclops was just gonna attack them anyways? And the DM is like, well, the Cyclops is really sad that you killed his sheep, so he still wants to kill you. And Odysseus doesn't really want to argue because he's so tired, so he just goes along with it and rolls for initiative. When combat starts, it goes in Odysseus' favor at first because of action economy and flanking advantage, so they overwhelm the Cyclops for a while. Until the Cyclops takes its turn and the DM reveals it has an AoE multi-attack. Yeah, this DM may have some problems. At the end of the Cyclops' turn though, he does fail his wisdom save for the Lotus Wine and falls asleep. But by that time, more than half of Odysseus' men, including Polites, is just dead, which quickly changes Odysseus' goal from fighting this monster to getting the hell out of Dodge. So he hatches a plan to blind the Cyclops and get it away from the cave's exit. While the DM tells them how he hears more voices coming from the depths of the cave, but since he tricked the Cyclops with a fake name, they don't come out yet, Odie is too tired to give a reaction, so he just nods and has him and his men run for the exit, where he is interrupted again by the DM telling him that Athena has ordered him to go back and slay the monster. But Odysseus knows that even if the Cyclops is blind, with the amount of men and HP that he has left, he'll still lose. And he never even wanted to fight the Cyclops in the first place, so he just says no. And then he even takes it a step further by trying to intimidate the monster and even revealing his full government name. Bad choices aside, though, this was a really epic moment. But, as always, disobeying your patron does not end well. And the DM quickly shows that by having Athena pull Odysseus into a separate plane of reality to reprimand him and tell him that she is gonna leave him, like couple breakup stuff. Now, at this point, Odysseus has had it up to here with this session. He didn't want to make this epilogue session a long thing. He didn't want to go to the island with Polites. He didn't want to fight the Cyclops. And even though he didn't love Polites, he didn't want him to just die along with a good chunk of his men. So he explodes at the DM in a fit of anger that's both in character and out of character, as he speaks his mind about how selfish the DM is being railroading this campaign into something that they want it to be instead of just letting him get home. The DM, of course, taken a bit by surprise, retorts that maybe if he actually showed some interest in this epilogue session and wasn't so tired and waiting for it to end, that it wouldn't have gone so poorly. Both of them are role playing as their characters and having this argument over the table that just sounds like an old married couple, and eventually it just boils down to the DM packing their things and storming out. Hi, post-editing cats here. I know that this one thing was kind of short, but I wanted to test to see if you guys would like something like this. If you do, be sure to comment and like. That way I know I can make more of these. And I'll make the other ones longer too. Bye!